If you didn't know by now, and if you're still one of the people holding out hope that Gardner Minshew is going to take the reins of this team, it's over. Aiden O'Connell will be your quarterback week 1. Here's the deal. Did I need Devontae's seal of approval to know this was going to happen? Or did I tell you that this was going to happen back in March and back in January when everyone was talking about trading up for Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix? And I was one of the people that said I would draft Michael Penix. Who was the one who told you Aiden's going to get all the opportunities to be the starter? And don't be surprised if he works his tail off and puts himself in the best position to start week 1. Who was it? Now, I'm not claiming to say that I thought he would no doubt be the starter, but I said they're going to draft a rookie, they're going to sign a vet, and they're going to go with Aiden, and the three of them are going to battle. They didn't draft a rookie, which helped Aiden O'Connell seize the moment. Eminem, new album just came out. But I knew from his background, being an 8th string walk-on, 0 5-star recruits, 4th round quarterback, first team reps, I knew he was not going to go quietly into the night, and that his best chance to start would be this coming season. And now you've got Devontae, who's doing press for the documentary series on Netflix, Wide Receiver, or Receiver, whatever it is, who cares. And hey, subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 10K before the new league year. If you're new and you've watched a bunch of my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, just consider it. Let's get to 10K. We're so close to 8. Once we get to 8, it's 9, then 10. Before week 1, hit that button. And he's basically telling everybody, it's Aiden. It's Aiden. And he's not even really being diplomatic about it. He was on Undisputed, and he was like, yeah, you know, Aiden or Gardner, or Gardner. He said Aiden first. Aiden was the first player out of his mouth when they asked him about the quarterback position. Aiden has always been a guy that Davante Adams has said he's loved. I've made videos about that in the past when he's come out and say he thinks Aiden is developing and maturing. And now we have a quote from this documentary that I'm going to read, where he says basically, yeah, I said we need to start Aiden or I don't want to be a part of the franchise anymore. And I will read that to you right now. On the Netflix documentary series Receiver, Adams explained on how he signed off on moving to bench Jimmy Garoppolo for rookie Aiden O'Connell. And I quote, well, my opinion on that was I signed off on that. And that's just the reality of it. You know, I love Jimmy, and he's a great guy, but something had to be done in order for us to have a chance down the stretch and in order for me to remain a Raider in all honesty. So, is that an indictment on Jimmy Garoppolo? Yeah, obviously, he was bad. But for Devontae to say, look, not only does Jimmy need to be benched, but we need to go with AOC right now. That shows you that he thought they had a good chance to win some of these games with Aiden coming in without getting first-team reps, being a rookie 4th rounder, being inexperienced, and only showing flashes of greatness in that preseason run that he had, which he was pretty good in. Davante Adams has shown you that he believes Aiden O'Connell not only gives them the best chance to win, but is the reason he didn't ask for a trade when they knew the whole time that Brock Bowers was going to be the pick. They talked to Devontae, which he also mentioned on one of these shows he was on. I can't find the clip. He said he knew they were trying to maybe go up for a quarterback, but if that wasn't the case, it was going to be best player available, meaning Brock Bowers. And he knew there was a chance we were not going to get a quarterback and we were going to roll with AOC. And ever since then, people have been baiting him. Do you want to go back to Green Bay? Josh Jacobs is texting you, how about Aaron Rodgers? Is he a New Year? And he's been saying, look, if I get traded, that's out of my control. But I haven't once asked for a trade. I haven't once suggested that I want out of here. They've listened to me with Aiden and with other coaches and player personnel, and I'm a Raider. So he knew there was a chance we weren't getting a quarterback, and he stuck it out because he thinks they can win games with Aiden O'Connell. And why am I talking about all this? Because there's nothing to talk about in July? Maybe. But also because you have to understand, there are people that are pro-Gardner or there are people that are anti-Aiden. Either way, they don't want Aiden to be the starter. Those people are claiming to know more than Davante Adams. Davante Adams has the power to go trade up for somebody or trade me. And if they believe in Aiden O'Connell, they would trade Davante Adams. He did not do that. He said, that's all right. Roll with the best player available. I'll roll with Aiden O'Connell. So, the best receiver in the league, telling the fans of the franchise and the media when he doesn't have to, and he doesn't like to mince words, but he could be political about it, and he's not. Coming out and saying, you know, my first 2 years in the league, I was terrible, and then the third year I exploded. Why can't the same be for one of these two quarterbacks? And we all know who's more likely to develop into a star caliber player. The player who's already been in the league 4 years in Gardner Minshew, or the player that's going into his second year in Aiden O'Connell, who's already had more success than Gardner Minshew in terms of wins. He is saying that without saying he believes Aiden O'Connell is going to be a great player, because he knows what happens when he compares certain people to certain Hall of Famers, Derek Carr to Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to come out and say, I think Aiden O'Connell is going to light the world on fire, because that's not necessary pressure to put on the kid who's already got an immense amount of pressure. He's going to say the diplomatic answer in terms of who do you believe in for the quarterback. And he said, look, Aiden or Gardner, and one of those two could develop into something special. And speaking of pressure, another reason why I think this is just OVER, this competition, is because I don't foresee Aiden O'Connell letting the big stage get to him in the preseason against a vanilla defense. I don't see a world in which Gardner Minshew outplays Aiden O'Connell at such a rapid pace in the preseason, because he's going to be, he being Aiden O'Connell, ready and prepared to play in those games. It's not going to be his ability that lets him down. The only thing that would get to him is the pressure. And how could he feel more pressure in these preseason games than pressure that he felt playing against the Kansas City Chiefs Christmas Day, 40 million people watching, the last time the Chiefs lost the game, Taylor Swift in attendance? That is going to be the most pressure he's felt in his young career. It's not going to be these upcoming team scrimmages or preseason games where we're comparing Aiden O'Connell's play to Gardner Minshew's play. I think they'll both play decent. I think Aiden's going to look a little bit better than Gardner, and it's going to prove that Aiden should be the starter week 1. And I've seen some people talking about, does Aiden deserve it? Nobody deserves anything. It's not about deserve. If they're both equally exactly the same, you give it to Aiden because he's younger and because he has a better chance to learn and grow and develop. If Gardner comes out and lights the world on fire and Aiden doesn't play well, then all right, let's go Gardner. I've got no dog in this race. I'm not rooting for one over the other. I'm rooting for wins. I just told you from what I saw last season and from what I see quarterbacks in the league, successful ones, what they are good at. It's reading the defense and accuracy. And Aiden has shown an ability to do some of those things better than some starters today. Watch JT O'Sullivan's all-22 breakdown of Aiden against the Jets. He did a lot of good and a lot of bad, but there are some throws in that video that he said Aiden was reading the defense and making throws better than half of the starters in the league today. And that was as a rookie. And I don't see many rookies doing that. So if he can become a consistent player in this league, all we need is Eli Manning. That's all we need. And I know Eli Manning, Hall of Fame type player. He has a losing record overall, 2-time MVP Super Bowl champion. There's a debate whether he's actually good or bad. We just need someone to be a leader, to take the reins, to distribute the football, to play point guard. Accuracy, IQ. I guess I'll throw this on at the end of it. Yeah, I've seen the Zamir White picture. Wow. We were talking about it in the Discord. Link is in the description below. It's free. Join the Discord. ALLaBorde Discord. Look, I owe Zamir White a profuse apology. When he was coming into the league, I thought he was just terrible. I thought he had no wiggle. I thought he had no vision. And then last year, he came in and shut me right up, smacked me in the face. I now think, I'm not talking about the way Jacobs is talking, whatever. The player that he is, Jacobs is a great running back. I think it was a smart move not to pay Jacobs and to let Zamir White go out and prove himself on a 4th-round rookie deal. If the quarterback turns into something special, then we've got the quarterback and the running back both on rookie deals. And we could pay other people and make an absolute run at this thing. Because Zamir White looks like a man possessed. I don't know how you are going to conceivably tackle this guy with one player. It's going to take more than one. He's fast. Don't worry about catching the ball out of the backfield. We got Laube and Abdullah for that. We've got a little change of pace running back in Alexander Madison, but Zamir White has proven that when given the opportunity, at least in the offseason, he's going to take the bull by the freaking horns, work his tail off to put him in the best position to succeed. That's what you want to see. The ability is the ability. He's only as good as he's going to be, his natural God-given talent. But if he can work as hard as he can to put himself in the best chance for us and for the team to win, that's amazing. And he looks like a giant. He looks like a freak of nature. And I can't wait to see how he looks and feels and plays in week 1. And like I said, if him and Aiden take the next step together, our salary cap situation is going to be real nice. It's not going to be nice in about 3 years, but it's going to be real nice right now. We can make a run at this thing. Aiden's the starter, Zamir's the starter, and they're both going to look better than you might think. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out that Patreon, patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. Link is in the description below. You get your name at the end of the credits, exclusive content. Link in the description below. Check it out. If not, drop likes, drop comments, and please be sure to subscribe. It is free after all, no charge to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.